Canada's favorite game show, we're going to try and bring back the positivity of the pregame show. All right? We're going to change the tone back again.
I like it.
6+ games into the regular season. You might have to discount the first period from this question. Which Leaf leader deserves the highest grade on an early quiz report card? Captain Austin Matthews, Coach Craig Berube, GM Brad Treliving, Jeff.
I'm going to go Craig Berube for preaching all the things that did not happen in this period, Jim. Intensity, getting in on the forecheck, physical play, defending the front of their own net, being physical, and just their overall approach. Something they might want to get back to in this game and get back in the hockey game.
Austin Matthews, the captain, I mean, he obviously has tremendous influence on the ice, and that's where the level of execution needs to be applied. You get the direction from your GM. You get it from your head coach. Without superstar power of Austin Matthews, you can't deliver, and up until very recently, he was delivering.
Well, Brad Treliving, for me, I mean, the landscape of this team has changed with the acquisitions of Tanev, OEL, and Stolars. You can't forget the tandem in net that they now have, and I just think that he did a fabulous job of bringing in those impact players to make a difference and see if they can have sort of a bit of a culture shift and, again, wipe out that first period.
Belief or make-belief, one of the Quizmaster's favorite little phrases. Sophomore Matthew Knies only has 41 points in 94 career regular season games, but he has already arrived as an authentic NHL first liner. Belief or make-believe, Drakes?
Belief, just pay him. Just give him all the money right now. I mean, it's coming down the
No.
But I do believe.
Whoa.
I do believe. I mean, he's faster, he's stronger. If he doesn't have the puck, he goes and gets the puck. He can shoot the puck in the net. He creates space. He's the perfect complement to Marner and Matthews.
Belief. And I was a little torn on this one just because of his age, and I'm not sure about the natural scoring ability, but it is tough to play with star players. And he can do it.
Yeah.
Right? You've seen Bertuzzi. You've seen all the different players in that role. He is small space. Two things. You got to go get a puck and you got to clear space. He's he's great in small spaces, and I think he opens up room for those guys.
Belief, I think he can be a Chris Kreider type of a player. He's a big body. That's the way he can play. He can go to the net. And when you play with Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner, it's a very simple recipe. Be physical and go to the net. You'll get a ton of goals.
Bonus points for a comparable.
That's
great.
A
little video daily double for you. Which of Anthony Stollart's brilliant plays against Tampa was the more impressive? First, the goal line save where he takes it off the line. Or, you know, he's been really impressive moving the puck. This end-to-end, essentially a third assist on what would be the go-ahead goal. Which one do you like better, Jeffrey?
The goalie save. I think Leafs Nation have been dying to attach themselves to a goaltender. I don't know if this is going to be a Cujo situation or Eddie the Eagle, but they're dying for a guy to come up and make saves like this. A big guy who's highly competitive. For whatever reason in the past, whether it be injury or poor performance in a Game 7, it just hasn't happened for the fan base. I think they want to attach themselves to this guy.
End-to-end pass. I mean, the occasional circus-type save is expected when you're a starting goaltender in the National Hockey League. Maybe not every period or every game, but the end-to-end pass, I mean, this isn't in the arsenal of every starting goalie in the National Hockey League. It's special.
Goal line save for me. I mean, he's 6'6", and he's got a wingspan. I would have put that puck right in the net. I just thought it was a fascinating desperation save, and I love the standing ovation the Leafs gave him.
On the night LeBron and Bronny James are scheduled to make NBA history, we ask which is your all-time favorite NHL father-son combo? Gordy, Mark, and Marty Howe, Bobby and Brett Hull, or Keith, Matthew, and Brady Tkachuk Drakes?
Respectfully, an easy one. It's the Howes, because the Howes are hockey royalty. They played in 2 leagues, not just the NHL, but the WHA. Mr. Hockey always gets my vote.
The Tkachuks for me, you always see Keith Tkachuk, and I'm doing a lot of Senators game with a beverage in the building, and obviously during the cup run for Matthew. So for me, I think of those guys, the hardcore physical style of play that they all were.
The Howes, it's a pretty simple answer for me. Dregs, you mentioned they're hockey royalty, but they're like family to me. When I packed up my Jeep and went to Hartford, Jimmy, I billeted at Marty Howe's house. We did have a few disagreements on some home-type policies, curfew being one of them.
I'm sure there were.
Problem, but they're like family to me. It's always the House.
We give away the belt here. Of course, the Leafs copied us, or we probably copied them, or we copied 10 other teams. Chris Tanev, of course, receiving the belt for the Toronto Maple Leafs for his performance in those 7 block shots. And it reminded us of when O-Dog won the belt last year for our time. You know, that would have been funnier last year when you weren't in condition, but that's almost a true likeness now.
Oh.
It's
Right.
a
It
lot
is.
realistic, I'm going to say
It
that.
was
belly button ring?
It was
Whoa.
photoshopped, but it looked less photoshopped than say it would have a year ago.
It's realistic this year.
Oh,
It's authentic,
I was
as the
gonna say, let's see it,
quizmaster
but
would like to say.
too much.
Second period ahead. Leafs need a big turnaround. 3-0 Columbus as you score after one. Hero dog, you can don't take off the shirt, but you can have the belt.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're breaking stuff.